everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm at the Bricks and Minifigs Vancouver store with the owner, Kevin, and he is going to be taking us around, showing us some of his fantastic builds that are on display, as well as all of the other amazing products they have on offer here at Bricks and Minifigs. One thing right off the bat that's cool with this store is it's in a mall, so there's lots of other fun stuff. There's places to eat and lots of other places you can shop around here, which is always nice, so you get more bang for your buck if you're coming out here to the store.
Yeah, no, it's been a really fun spot to be in. There's always a lot of good foot traffic, and I love it in Christmas when they get all the lights and decorations up and stuff. So it's been a lot of fun being in the mall, and there's lots of things to do here in this mall, so it's been good.
So we'll start out front here then with one of your builds. This is your Tomb Raider build, which we've actually featured on Beyond the Brick a few years ago, so if people recognize it, they might remember that video. But it's really neat you're able to bring this in and show off some great mocks in addition to all the stuff you sell.
Yeah, that one, I think I built that probably about 4 years ago, and so I've put that one up on display. Probably going to be swapping out for a new one in the near future, but we've had it here in the store for a little bit over a year, so get something new and fresh in the near future. But yeah, it was a fun project, and always kind of showing different things that you can just do with random bulk pieces. And since we sell bulk pieces, people can dig through, find what they want. That was a project that was very much so founded by bulk from Bricks and Minifigs, being able to find random parts here and there, and so it's a fun one.
And before we go inside, let's take a look at the other window over here. So we've got a kind of Ninjago City type layout here. Is there some custom stuff in there as well?
Yeah, so we've got the 3 official Ninjago City sets, and then there's a couple of custom additions. Probably the most obvious one's going to be the one in the middle that has a Bricks and Minifigs at the top of it. But yeah, that was just a fun, it's always a really fun display piece. One of these days I wanted to do like a little scavenger hunt and tape it up in the window so that kids can look and try to find different details. And then behind it we've got different sets or boxes of sets for new and latest or very popular products that people have always enjoyed picking up, and that type of stuff rotates pretty frequently.
Sure, perfect. Well, we can go on inside then. As we're making our way in, do you sell stuff online from the store as well, or do people have to come in store to pick this up? How does that work?
Currently, we are just selling here in the store. We are looking at trying to build an online store as well, but for the most part, we just do stuff here in the store, and occasionally people will call us up and we'll be able to mail stuff out or stuff like that. But
yeah, no, that makes sense. Logistically, I'm sure that's much easier.
it is.
So we can take a look at some more of the kind of custom layouts and builds on the wall here. We'll start with the city down here. So it's nice you've got a big enough store, you've got space to have some of these, you know, a little bit larger layouts.
Yeah, so the city layout's always fun, and then we got a little switch here so you can push it and make the train drive around, and kids love doing that. And we got a number of custom buildings in there and quite a few of the modulars, and soccer field that one of my employees built a few years ago to kind of fill it out. It's always a lot of fun. A lot of fun details. A little transformer in the streets, and Spider-Man swinging off the cafe corner, and
yeah,
fun little Easter eggs.
I'm sure you get people coming in for, you know, some of the custom stuff as well, in addition to just buy things, just check stuff out.
Yeah, I've actually seen a few times where people have come in, I'll see it on Reddit. You know, people have taken photos from inside the store, like, oh, I saw this at this Bricks and Minifigs, and so every once I'll be scrolling through and see that, and it's fun to see those. And
what do we have on the wall back there then?
So we got one of the Lego Man sets up there. We got a Bricks and Minifigs sticker on it. Next to that is Jake Sadovich's Ship in a Bottle that he autographed for us. And then we got a custom Black Seas Barracuda set that I did. And then a AT-AT that was built by someone online and they sold instructions. I don't remember who it was off the top of my head. The Han Solo's blaster and the Milano in the bottom right were both from Build Better Bricks. And then the 2 swords in the middle are mine, one from Wheel of Time and one from Final Fantasy.
Perfect.
And then the last ones, I did a classic space BB-8 build that I just thought it'd be a fun thing, and built that up.
Yeah, no, this is super fun. I love seeing the custom builds on display, and I think it shows another element. Obviously, you've got all of the sealed and open sets here, but you show the mocks off and you show kind of what's possible with Lego, and that's really cool.
Yeah, there's no limit to what you can do with Lego, so sometimes it's fun to just have some inspiration there in the store for people to be able to look at and come up with their own ideas.
Here's some nice kind of mosaics wall art as well as we make our way over to the minifigs.
Yeah, and there's one up there that's the Decepticons and Transformers. That's one of the lenticulars, so it'll change depending upon which angle you're looking at it.
Perfect. Well, then we can launch on in here with tons of wonderful cases of minifigures on display and for sale. So we'll kind of start at the end here, and we can point out some of your favorites and kind of some of what you have in stock right now. It looks like we got some superheroes here at the beginning.
Yeah, so we have all of our cases are like color themed.
Okay.
So the trans clear, the gray base plates are the superheroes, and then the first case is DC, and the second one is Marvel. And both of those are very popular. Marvel in particular, you get into the recent Marvel CMF series. Those ones have been hard to keep in stock. People are always picking those ones up.
I would imagine between the still somewhat recent Spider-Man movie and the very recent Batman movie, superhero stuff has been exploding.
The weekend that the Spider-Man movie came out, we sold out all of our Spider-Mans like super fast, and I was trying to order them and get them restocked as quickly as possible. Took a little bit longer than I wanted, but yeah. And Iron Man's always been hard for us to keep in stock. Always popular. The green base plates is the collectible series, whether it's the numbered ones or some of the weirder one-off ones like Looney Tunes or Video or Disney. And so all of those are there, and got them separated out by the different series so people can look for particulars that they're trying to find.
Always popular minifigs there. I always got to shout out to the Roman like centurion soldier there. One of my all-time favorites from the series.
I loved both of those Roman figures. They're great ones.
What are there ones that you wouldn't expect to be popular that people kind of gravitate towards that are hard to keep in stock? If there's anything off the top of your head that surprises you that people are asking for.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few people asking for Video Series 2.
Okay.
But that's mostly because that was only released in Europe.
I see.
I do have some coming. It's not in yet, but I do have a case of that coming in. It's really interesting because it was something that never made its way to the U.S. So.
Yeah. And video being a not so popular theme, as we've seen with how much it's been on sale ever.
I think it was a pretty cool concept. I just don't know that it was advertised or marketed quite as well, but yeah, it was a fun one.
Gotcha.
Our blue cases is kind of the catch-all. So we got a lot of older classic stuff. We got Indy Jones, we got Pirates of the Caribbean, we got Harry Potter on the bottom there, SpongeBob, all sorts of Lord of the Rings, Friends, Lego Movie. Kind of everything else fits onto the blue shelves.
Got some like adventures, like a Johnny Thunder fig.
Yeah.
Got some Forest Men in there. Some of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, no, the old Forest Men are really good, and then I always really like the old Western sets and just fun stuff. Old ninjas too.
Yeah, even some of the older like Alien, Martian minifigs there. Those things always look so crazy when I see that stuff.
Yep.
Are people surprised by some of these especially some of these older minifigs, maybe like 90s, early 2000s stuff that they weren't even aware maybe Lego ever made? Yeah,
absolutely. You get you'll get kind of both sides of the spectrum. You get older people or parents in here, and they'll be like, "Oh man, I remember that when I was a kid," and then you'll get younger kids, and they have no idea how old it is. It's just like, "Hey, that's fun and crazy looking. I like that." And sometimes people are like, "What on earth is this from?" And it's always fun to see people's different reactions and stuff like that there. That you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And then we move into the blue or the yellow section. I guess finish the blue section and move into yellow.
Yeah, so on this blue section, we got like the Lego Movie, we got the Friends and Disney Princess, and then some Lord of the Rings, some of the Mario buildable figures and stuff. Some good fun stuff. And then the yellow section is all Star Wars.
Oh boy, very popular.
Yep.
Yeah, very. What do you have some of the rarer minifigs here, or do you mostly just kind of keep in stock the most popular stuff? How does that work?
It's really kind of hard to predict. I'm trying to think. We recently had the old Watto. I know that one's pretty uncommon. We got the Jabba's son back there is a lesser common one, and then Alderbedo, that when they were doing the single mold aliens from Star Wars, they did like him and Sebulba and stuff. They were kind of weird. They were weird, but they were also pretty cool.
And then what do we have in the red cases here?
So red cases is Ninjago on the top couple of shelves, and then the bottom shelf is like Minecraft and Chima and Nexo Knights and a couple other things, but mostly Ninjago on the top couple of shelves, and then like some of the little microfigs and stuff like that, and then yeah, some of the
Quite the nice Minecraft minifigures down there. You got good army builders there.
Yeah, got quite a few of some of those. The creepers and endermans and stuff like that, it's almost impossible to keep in stock. Those go pretty quick. People love having lots of those.
Before we move down too far past the minifigures, I wanted to point out on the wall here as well, so you've got a lot of open sets, it looks like, and then even really nice posters and stuff on display too.
Yeah, so we've got used sets in a couple of different locations. So behind our minifigure cases, we got them up here on the shelves, and then just all sorts of stuff. Like we just got the stadium set in just a couple of days ago. I was gone the last couple of days, and I think that's when the Kylo Ren's shuttle came in. Even if I'm just off for a couple of days, first thing I'll come in and look around, because the used sets can rotate very rapidly, and so you just never know what's going to come in, and it'll surprise me even if I'm gone for a day or two.
I love these massive tubs of bricks down here as well. So right behind us is the kind of ever-present bulk brick at Bricks and Minifigs stores, which
Right.
I always find so much fun to look through, and I know is one of the most popular things at these stores. Is that, do you pull some of that from those bins, or is that to be sorted for something else?
So that's our bulk that's sorted, and it will be dumped out on the tables. We do have a little bit of color sort, and then people will come in and they'll ask to look at the blue bin or the green bin or whatever, and we'll just pull it out and they can take a look at it. The bulk tables is honestly what got me into Bricks and Minifigs, like, I don't know, 7 years ago or what it was. I first started shopping at one, and I was always the bulk tables that I kept coming back for, and then eventually started working there, and now I own one.
There you go. You've kind of moved up the ladder. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. You've experienced kind of all the different levels of it.
Yeah.
Customer, employee, owner.
Yeah.
So we can keep going down here then. So you've got kind of a special stand. Are these things that kind of you've picked out as stuff, or just kind of things that are popular in general?
Yeah, different things have been popular in general, or pretty new releases. The Boba Fett's Palace has been really popular. The Vespa has been very popular as well. And then lots of people love the Disney Princess ones. And I like this one because you get 3 different stories kind of all in one. And it's just a fun set in general. And then we swap out what's on this table pretty regularly.
We got to give a shout out over here to the brick separator pile as well. You can get those for $1 each here if anyone needs some extra brick separators.
If you want to find a use for them, that's somewhere around 120 brick separators. So you can start making some art.
There you go. Get some good ideas. So now we move into kind of some more sealed sets in this middle section. I see some Minecraft. You got all the Mario stuff.
Yeah, so we've got them all organized. So down there we've got like some of the creator and superhero sets, and the Ninjago and the Disney Princess stuff. And then on the shelves here we've got the Minecraft, and then on the flip side we've got Harry Potter. And then we got Technic and Mario. And
what are the typical hardest things to keep in stock, or things that kind of sell out of most frequently?
Minecraft frequently can be an issue for people always just kind of buying that stuff out. Sometimes Harry Potter, Star Wars. There's not really a whole lot of dud themes right now. I mean, Ninjago's always super popular, and Creator's one of those constants. It's not like a big rush, but there's always people loving the different stuff they do with the Creator stuff. Like the Creator Tiger in particular
Yeah.
right now has been super popular, and the castle, the pirate ship have also been very popular.
You got some of the botanical stuff in here, and I know those have been, I think, really popular, at least among
Oh,
AFOLs.
those have been really hard to keep in stock in particular. The flower bouquet, I think we sold out like a month before Valentine's Day, and always trying to get it in, but it was just so challenging.
And then these are some of your certified sets, so kind of explain how those work.
Correct. So apparently we sold a lot of these over the weekend, but these are our certified used sets. So they are sets that have been pre-owned, but we've gone through and counted to make sure every single piece is there, the instructions, all the stickers, and then we've rebagged them up and taped it up so you can buy it, take it home, build it up, and everything should be there. And it's a great way to get some of the older stuff, and it's also great for like gifting options because it's in a box. It's easy to wrap if you want it for birthday or Christmas or whatever. So
perfect.
They're great options.
Well, we can move behind us here. So this looks like we get into a little more like odds and ends section. So you've got some, I see some Bricklink sets there. So then some ideas, things, and then even some kind of custom third-party things.
Yeah. So this section is a little bit more, I guess, kind of some of the fan design stuff. So we'll have the Bricklink stuff. We'll have some Lego Ideas stuff. A few things that aren't Lego Ideas, but are kind of in that same adult collector-oriented vein. And then these block jets are exclusive sets that were made for Bricks and Minifigs, and so you can only pick them up at Bricks and Minifigs. And we've got a number of different options there, some of the mini ones, and we got a couple of the larger ones that, you know, will fit a figure in them, and got one all built up on display, the P51 there, which is probably my favorite of the 6 that we have. But
what do people say when they see those Bricklink sets? Are there a lot of questions of, is this real Lego, or how did you get your hands on this?
There is some questions about whether it's Lego or not and stuff like that there. The new run of these, fortunately, do have the Lego logo on the top of the box, where the first run of the designer program didn't have that, so it was a little bit harder to explain. But I've had quite a few people interested in the Castle in the Forest, and I love the fishing boat. I got one myself. I've got it built up in the front display there, and it's a great build. It's a fun one.
Very nice. Here's some more odds and ends. You got some DVDs. You don't see those real often.
Yeah, no, but we got a few movies. We got a few of the books there, and then some of the poly bags, which are nice little smaller sets that are just, sometimes people are looking for just a little incentive for their kid for doing well in school or something like that, and those are always very popular for that.
We get into some Duplo on the back here as well, so you always got to have the Duplo represented.
Yeah. So Duplo is always one of those constants, and we've got new in box sets. We got pre-filled bulk bags, and then the case down here will have the figures and vehicles and stuff. And then up top we got a few more of the less common, more adult collector items, the old Christmas train, the carousel, the upside down sets. And
that Christmas train is unique. You don't see that very often.
You don't see that one very often. It's a great one. That one's new in the box. Comes with a kind of creepy Belleville bunny. There.
So I'm sure then if someone is looking for something in particular, they can reach out to you, call the store, however, and because you get new stuff in all the time, so you never know what might come in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I honestly have like no way to predict. Sometimes people will be like, "Oh, I'm looking for this." It's like, "Great, don't have it right now." It's like, "Oh, do you know when it's going to come in?" It's like, I don't know. It could be tomorrow. It could be months from now. Just you don't know what people are going to bring in on trade, but it is kind of some of the fun. Just I always love when I get surprised by what comes in.
It keeps the job interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Over here, I'm seeing some piles of tires. Looks like we got maybe some motors, some more train type stuff.
Yeah, so this is kind of some of our vehicle parts. We got some of the motorized parts, some of the battery operated parts, the train tracks, individual tires, some of the wind-back motors, all sorts of fun stuff. A few of the Mindstorm components and different things like that there. People looking for cables or whatever.
And then more Duplo on the left with your pirate masts, and then all the boat holes, which is just so crazy. See over the years the different types of boat holes they made.
Yeah. No, the boats are always really popular. all different sizes, and then we got individual parts as well, and then the masks and the helms and stuff like that there. And then we got a bunch of Duplo figures and animals and a few vehicles, and those are always popular. And it looks like we got one of the, I'm gonna mess this up. I don't remember if that's Primo or Quattro figure.
Oh, in the back there. There we go. Okay.
That one there.
And then I love these cases on the wall back here. So these are kind of the old, Lego store or even like Toys R Us type cases you would see on display.
Yep. We got a few of those, and they're just kind of fun to see stuff through the different years. World Racers is one of those themes that a lot of people aren't aware of or forget about, and it's just kind of fun to see those. And then Elves is something that's almost seems to be more popular now than it was when it was out.
Yeah.
It's one we get sets in on trade every once in a while, but they never stick around too long. They're really popular.
I know the colors. A lot of people still love those colors, and so would wish they would bring back some of those sets.
Oh yeah, and they were just really fun, unique designs, and the dragons, and the whole fantasy element. It was good stuff.
Yeah. One thing I love about this store in general, as we've been walking around, is you have a fair amount of space in here, and so you're able to, like we showed those custom builds at the very beginning, you've even got another case here that has a couple more custom builds, and then even just comes a historic section here as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun to be able to have some stuff on display. At one point, I'm going to kind of make, I guess, this whole cube here a little bit more historical thing. I've got the wooden duck build from the Lego house that I kind of want to put up there and kind of explain some of the history of that. And then we've got that old set from the 60s that was actually produced by Samsonite, and then, yeah, fun stuff.
And then you've always got to have your plants, your trees. That's always one of the sections in every good Lego store.
Yeah, no, it's really popular. People love being able to pick up just a whole bunch of the foliage or the rocks or the palm trees or different food elements or small little accessories. And we got like the tank treads and gears, chain links and stuff like that. But that's something that lots of people really love being able to come across and pick up in large quantities.
And all of the little food items up here as well, very colorful.
Oh yeah. People are always picking up carrots, apples, hot dogs, all that fun stuff. Gotta feed your minifigures.
Here's the animal and creature cabinet, it looks like, mixed with some Bionicle masks.
Yep. We got a collection of Bionicle masks and a few accessories there, and then the rest of it's pretty much animals, horses, elephants, sharks, alligators, and on the top we got a bunch of the smaller ones like the snakes and frogs and dogs and cats. And we can never keep the dinosaurs in stock. They come and go just about as fast as you can think of them.
It's all that Jurassic Park layout that was at Bricks Cascade.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. If someone comes in, some of these like niche, smaller items, like a food item or an animal or something, and comes in asking if you have it, will you, and say maybe it's not in stock at that point, will you try to keep an eye out for it or try to get it if someone has a request for something like that?
So we generally don't keep like a list of things that people are looking for.
Okay.
It quickly becomes kind of hard to manage.
Right.
But we definitely will have times with people who are like longtime regular customers, like, hey, I'm looking for this. And then every once in a while, be like, oh yes, they were looking for this, and I know they'll be in sometime in the next week because they always are, and we'll set it off to the side, stuff like that there. So we definitely can. And there's times where, people call something up and like, hey, I'm looking for this. I'm like, I actually think I just saw that when I was sorting through bulk like 5 minutes ago. Let me see if I can find it real quick, Always try to do whatever we can to help people out.
And then some more sealed sets over here. It looks like we've got some City and some Star Wars.
Yep, City and the Speed Champions primarily in this section, and Star Wars is slightly encroaching in on it. But always fun stuff. I love the new City Lunar space sets. Those were
all of
really
those Artemis sets look amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. The way that they've partnered up with NASA for that. I mean, obviously Lego has done, I guess, a number of partnerships with NASA over the years, but I think these look particularly good.
Yeah, they have done a lot of stuff with NASA, but those ones there are a lot of fun. I love the lunar base and the rover in particular, but they got some good sets there.
Very nice. We'll keep moving our way down this direction. You've got minifigure, build a minifigure. So another part of a lot of Bricks and Minifig stores, you can come in and create your own figures.
Yep. So we got, random bulk parts and sorted out by the legs, the heads, the torsos, the hats or hairs, and the accessories. And people can build up their own figures and customize it however they want. And we're always trying to restock the tables, and so there's always different stuff in there.
And then here you're selling some brick arms, so always popular, I think, especially with kids.
No, the brick arms are fun. Lots of people like the more detailed accessories options there, and you'll get the historical ones are popular, and then the Star Wars ones are always popular, and then there's kind of the value packs that just have a wide variety of stuff, and those are great ones too. They do very well.
Yeah, and then brick base plates over here, so I always love to see the base plates, especially ones that have like cool printing on them like these, create your city, or even some of the older like space themes and stuff that had all those cool base plates.
Yeah, so we've got our pre-owned Lego brand base plates here, and then we've got some new ones hanging up there, and then also on the side of this rack here. And then we do have some non-Lego brand but fully compatible ones that we have here as well, and they come in a bunch of different colors. There's orange and yellow and purple and road ones and clear ones, and those ones are great. Those are the ones we use in our minifigure display cases just to hold all the figures on.
Sure, yeah, and get some cool colors as well.
Yeah.
And back over to this side, I like this cabinet here. It looks like we've got some more unique, maybe older models in here.
Yeah, so this has some more one-off stuff. These are, all the sets in here are unopened. So we've got the Architecture Falling Water. That's a first edition copy. We've got this old insectoid set with
crazy mask.
With a free mask. But yeah, unopened. The Curiosity Rover, one of the very early idea sets. Back when it was called Kusu. And then we got from 1999, the Anakin's Pod Racer unopened. And then yeah, we got these minifigure stands. These ones are a lot of fun. They're great. I just love them. I haven't gotten this one out yet, but this is a new one that we have, and it's pretty cool. It's got the gearing mechanism, so you can put up to 20 figures on there, and then you can just spin that and rotate them around, so you can see each and every one.
It's like Batman with his suits.
Yeah.
Like movie.
But yeah, no, this one's a lot of fun, and I think kids in general would really enjoy that one.
Very nice. Then I saw some more smaller Star Wars stuff here. Also the little like Adidas shoe there as well, I think is great. I loved both the bigger and smaller version of that. The packaging and everything is so cool.
Yeah. So we'll get, occasionally when we get some of the promotional items in, we'll have those in there, and then some of the small character bags for Star Wars or Ninjago or superheroes or whatever we have in.
And Ninjago, Star Wars, lots of great stuff.
Yeah,
here.
so then these glass cubes that you see stuff built up, those are more used sets that we have all built up, and people can just pick them up as they are, and again, you never know what you're going to find.
I also just noticed up there we got R2-D2 coming through the wall. We need to show that off next to the posters.
That's a fun one that lots of people will comment on. That one's been there longer than I have, but it's definitely a fun thing to get some fun comments.
Always cool with the architecture sets. You get some of the older ones here as well.
Yeah, the Sears Tower and the John Hancock Center. Those are both really old architecture sets, and those are unopened. But then you get a lot of the current stuff as well. The Singapore one's been pretty popular, and that's pretty recent one. That's a fun one. Mm-hmm. So is the Taj Mahal. That's been a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to building the Singapore one. I try to collect all of the architecture sets. Obviously, with Beyond the Brick, we travel a lot, so this is something that's very cool to collect from most of the places we've been to. So that's always a neat thing.
I think my favorite's the Statue of Liberty. That's a great one, mm-hmm. But they do have a lot of fun architecture sets.
Then you've got more open ones, so you've even got an older one here. That's like an old
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. There you go. Thank you. Yeah.
Wolfpack's my jam.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Again, you never know what's going to come in. It doesn't really matter how old it is. Obviously, more recent's more common, but you'll get stuff. I mean, that was 92, 93, I think, off the top of my head. So it's like almost 30 years old.
Yeah, and some friends. And then even, it's another older space set down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher this. Is that Explorians?
Sounds right.
Something like that. Man,
there were so many of those strange space themes.
And yeah, in the late 90s, there was quite a few that ran for a short time.
Right,
you know,
right.
Spirius, Explorians. There was a number in there that just were kind of short-lived, but fun set.
And Time Cruisers, of course, the all-time best, the GOAT.
I still think Lego could make Time Cruisers successful if they focused on like doing a whole bunch of different historical sets with people jumping through time rather than weird, crazy spaceships.
There you go. There's a possibility there.
Then they could hit the castle, the pirates, the Vikings, all the stuff that people really want them to bring back. And
the Ghostbusters.
yeah. That wasn't there 2 days ago, so that must have come in while I was off.
In these glass cabinets here, do you try to keep like a certain arrangement of products, or is it just kind of whatever you have in stock?
It's just what we have in stock, and we'll just fill it in with whatever comes in, and occasionally we'll rotate stuff around. But
sure. Get some cars in here. The Minecraft set on the left there as well.
oh yeah, another one of the. Well, I think that was one of the later ones. That wasn't the original.
Right, yeah. I think it was kind of based off the idea of that original
Yeah.
Kuso
They
model.
they did like 4 of those sets or something like that.
Mm-hmm. How do the smaller Super Mario things sell, like this and like the blind bags and that sort of thing?
They both do very well. The blind bags in particular, people love collecting up the different villains and stuff. And so those are always a lot of fun. I like them. I always loved Mario, so I love building up the little Goombas and stuff.
Here's some Bionicle.
Yep, Bionicle is something that we have a hard time keeping in stock. I'd say a week and a half ago, pretty much this whole section was Bionicle. We got a big, huge trade in, and yeah, in about 10 or 12 days, half of it's gone. But yeah, it's always fun to see that stuff come in.
A little bit of, there's a classic little pirate set down there. I like that one.
Yeah, that's one of the old ones with the Spaniards.
Yeah. Very, very cool. You got to have the older models sprinkled in throughout, just to show the kids what it used to be like.
Yeah. It's always fun because you'll get kids that sometimes they have no idea that it's an older one. They're like, oh yeah, I want to pick this one up here. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I'm like, this is like twice as old as you are, which doesn't matter, but it is fun.
Mm-hmm. So as a mock builder, how hard is it for you to not like sit here and just like pull pieces all day and want to like build stuff?
I've gotten pretty good at not doing that. I just have too many other things to do as a business to be digging through the bulk. But it certainly can be tempting. I can walk by and be like, oh, that's a fun piece. Like, I always love castles, so castle door. That's fun.
You got the big pumps from like the old Mars sets.
Yeah, Life on Mars.
There you go.
Yeah. Again,
Very cool.
Random bulk. You never know what's going to be in there. There's part of a night bus right there. People looking for any of those.
And then more sealed. I think you referenced a little bit of this earlier, but like Friends, Ninjago, Creator down there.
Yeah, the Friends and Disney Princess, the Ninjago. I've never been like a huge fan of Ninjago, but the Ninjago sets recently have been really good. There's some really fun ones.
Yeah, it's such a long-lived theme. I think much more popular than people at Lego or the public expected it to be.
Absolutely. But they've been really getting some great sets.
I love the style of box art they've gone with as well with some of these recent ones.
I really do too. I like the kind of comic book artwork on it. It makes what is Lego and what isn't stand out a little bit more distinct, and then it's just, it has that fun comic book vibe. Mm-hmm.
And then more Marvel and superhero stuff like we talked about with the minifigures down here earlier. I'm sure very popular.
Yeah, absolutely. The superheroes has always been popular, and then you just kind of, when a new movie comes out, it really hits it, pretty heavy. So we've been trying to keep the Batman stuff in stock, but I can tell just in the last week or so, it's definitely a lot more has been sold, since that movie came out. And when the Spider-Man movie came out, everything that was vaguely Spider-Man related sold.
Great creator stuff. The tiger, I think you referenced.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been very popular.
Yeah, I have not built it myself, but it's a fantastic looking build. And then pirate ship castle's been good. The Ferris wheel, we got one of the older modulars in. The London bus, that's been one that has been fairly popular with us. And then I love these new ones they've done, like the forest creatures and the little robot mech there, and the jet and the underwater ones. Lots of fun stuff they've been coming out with recently.
Well, very nice. Oh, a little shout out to the space section here as well. So it's kind of hidden away in the corner. I guess you can see it from the outside there.
Yeah, you can see it from the outside. Those are a couple of my sets. I absolutely love NASA's exploration, and so they're fun sets to take a look at.
Perfect. Well, this is a fantastic store. Like I said, I think it's amazing to have the mix of the custom models with all of the things you have for sale here. So what are your plans for the future with this store? Just kind of getting a new product or any other plans for the future that people can look forward to here?
Yeah, so we got a couple of things. I mean, we're always bringing in new product. I mean, that's coming in multiple times a week. And then we don't have a birthday party room right now. We're working on getting that remodeled and built out, so we'll have a brand new custom built room for birthday parties. And then in the near future, I'm looking at swapping out some of the displays, because I kind of want to keep those on a rotation, so there's something fresh for people to see, So we've been kind of slowly working on a completely new display for the table there, and we'll have some new window displays and stuff. And it's gonna be something we're gonna always be working on, keeping fresh and exciting for people to come back and see what's new.
Great. So obviously, yeah, anyone, if you're in the Vancouver, kind of Washington area here, make sure you stop in the store. If you're traveling through this area, Portland, whatever it might be, definitely come on up and check out this store. But if they can't make it here in person, where can people find you online?
Oh yeah, so bricksandminifigs.com, you can go there, and there's different sites for the different stores, and there's one for the Vancouver one. It's got phone number and that type of stuff there. You can call, see if we've got something, and email us, or we're also on Facebook at Bricks and Minifigs on Facebook. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. Always appreciate chatting and checking out the store here. So, keep up the good work. I hope it continues to go well for you.
Yeah, no, it's been great.